Hello you all. Today's knife is a Microtech SNG. Dual action, side opening automatic knife. Opens both manually as well as automatically. That spring is real tight on there, so you got to be careful. You know how Tony Morfione's, whenever he does his custom grinds and stuff, it's like Spyderco sharp. Opens manually. Opens automatically. I literally wish I could redefine the terminology used in the automatic knife world. If something is side opening and it opens both manually and automatically, it's called dual action. I think you should very quickly correct, just really, almost in a sharp tone, let someone know that when they say double action, anyway, they essentially mean the same thing. I think that this should be dual action, and that when you have a OTF like a Macora 2 or a Daytona, that is a double action OTF. Keep it exclusive to OTFs, and then side openers, keep it dual action. Don't let somebody say this is double action, dual action, so that people have a lucid understanding when they're talking over the phone or whatever in conversations, what people are talking about. They'll be able to differentiate between the two terms. Alright, that's it. Alright, 8.2 inches overall, 3.5 inch blade length, bead blasted finish, and it's about 4.8 ounces. T6 aluminum with a hard anodized black finish. You have carbon fiber inlays. These special screws and stuff that make it kind of, I guess they don't want you taking the knife apart. So, this is a prototype. It was a limited run offered at the most recent USN gathering, the second one in Vegas. Tony Morfione, prototype, serial number 15, September 2010. It's got a liner lock there. Strong one, almost like a frame. Real strong spring in here. You can easily have this thing deploy into your hand if you're not careful. There's an adjustment tool that you can use to switch this between automatic and manual. I think law enforcement in states where the knife laws are pretty restrictive, if you had this turned to the M and they knew that you actually had to have an adjustment tool to turn it to the M, they'd probably let you go on it. They wouldn't take the knife unless they really knew what it was, and you had someone that's kind of a jerk and unscrupulous. He may take it, but there's a lot of law enforcement that wouldn't. So I'm not a fan of the bead blasted, especially at the price point these knives are sold, because it is in humid weather, like when I was down south for the holidays. Man, it doesn't resist humidity too well. I'd have overnight pitting. Now that I'm back in New England, it's better. Stay away from bead blast. That's my recommendation. I think that stonewash is the next best, and then satin and high polish is the best for corrosion resistance, I think. And Microtech does a good job with the heat treat, so it's probably a little bit better than the Striders, but still, stay away from the bead blast, especially if the knife is expensive like this one is. Okay. Like I've said, there's a discrepancy. Who knows whether or not this is going to go into production. Some people believe that Dwayne and Mick may have pulled the plug on it, but if it is indeed a prototype, it's released. They make improvements on the blade if necessary, and then release it into the production model. Here it is next to the here it is next to a regular Strider. Okay. Here's the gunner handle, G10, and then you have the titanium on the other side. Heat treated to give that kind of effect right there. I prefer the Strider grip. See how that's going to fit in the palm a little bit better than the reverse grip, which is the way you hold the knife like this. As some people would say, heaven forbid, you're in a confrontation in the reverse grip here. Fits great. Okay. This one, the Microtech take on it, not quite as good. They're both awesome though. This is the Digicam. Okay. Here it is next to a concealed carry handle. Once again, Strider's got it right. I think that Microtech has it right with the mechanism, the innovation in that, and the blade I prefer in Microtech. But Strider's got that handle down. So it's even. 1 and 1. You can see my silhouette. I had to change locations. Against the stonewash. Alright, camera. I love and hate this camera. And here's the box. It comes with the adjustment tool to turn it off, turn it over to M, and then it locks up the automatic feature. Okay? This is serial number 15. Microtech Prototype. Your usual Maxpedition case with most of Tony's knives. Business card. Business cards in here, custom, or special business cards, very fancy. And then decals. Alright, you all, thanks.